shoulder. Sweat. Sweat. Going for 5 each side. At the gym today after jiu-jitsu class. No video yesterday because, well, I went on a 8-kilometer, 6-mile walk or something like that. In any case, I haven't done the sled in a while, and before I let myself make excuses for not doing the sled, I decided to jump on the sled right away. So starting off with some sled and kettlebell supersets. So for the first thing, doing backward sled drag. I used to do the sled like pretty much 4 to 5 times a week, maybe more. Especially in the earlier parts of my channel. So I don't know, up until episode 150 probably, the sled used to appear a lot more often. And then ever since I started going to the park and became summertime, I started going to the gym a lot lesser. And as a result, I didn't do the sled as often. In any case, starting off with backward sled drags and sled push. I'm going to superset that with kettlebell tactical snatches with the 28 kg 62 pound kettlebell, going for 5 each side. One of the things I noticed in jiu-jitsu class today was, well, during last class, I was super out of breath. And I like the cardio that I do here with all the weight training and stuff didn't really seem to translate into jiu-jitsu cardio. But today, it felt like an aspect of what I do here kind of helped. So like one of the things that happens when I train like these supersets and circuits and stuff, where I take minimal rest, is I have to kind of calm myself down and try to keep performing movements, but trying to de-stress. Like I think you can make any physical activity harder by like almost panicking about it, and usually like when you're in the middle of a circuit, you have to kind of tell yourself or figure out ways to like calm down, like take a deep breath and blow out or something so that you can keep going. And that aspect of self-talk, where in the middle of the chaos, you have to kind of take time to detach for a few seconds and just breathe. That element of it that I gained from just doing a lot of intense circuits, it seemed to help during jiu-jitsu today. So I was able to like pace myself better and not get as exhausted. And yeah, I don't know, just something I was thinking about. In any case, this was my third set. Gonna do 2 more and then on to something else. So for the next set of movements with the sled, doing something that's pretty much the exact same thing as what I was doing before, So instead of dragging the sled with my hands, I'm using a dip belt to drag it, but while pushing it has to be the same thing. So yeah, if you guys have been watching for some time, you know that I'm a big fan of walking backwards and also moving backwards with the sled, since it helps a lot with knee mobility and also helps recruit the VMO, the vastus medialis oblongata, I believe. And it's like these teardrop shaped muscles on the inner side of the quad, which is good for knee mobility and knee strength. Also, while moving backwards, I'm able to train my knee in the knee over toe position, making my knee really comfortable with being in that knee over toe position, which reduces the likelihood of knee injuries. And then with the forward push, I'm planting my toes into the floor, stretching all my toes, working the toe muscles and the calves. And yeah, between both those movements, pretty much the entire leg gets worked, and you get a lot of volume without like risk of injury. Yeah, because the sled, the worst case scenario, it doesn't move forward or backward. There's no strain on the joints like in a squat or something that gets you tired or puts you at a risk of injury. In any case, with a kettlebell, doing lateral tactical snatches, sticking with the 62-pound kettlebell. So I'm going to start with the kettlebell on one shoulder. Sweat. Sweat. Going for 5 each side. Alright, I'm gonna do this for 5 sets as well, and this was set 3, got 2 more left, and then on to something else. So moving away from the sled for a bit, well, not for a bit, this is probably going to be the last heavy-ish thing that I'm doing. After that I'll do a little bit of mobility. So doing a kettlebell complex, a double kettlebell complex. So starting off with 3 snatches. So it looks like this. After 3 snatches, doing 3 alternate gorilla rows. Then 6 push-ups. I'm gonna repeat this complex for at least 4 sets. This was my second set. I'll get one more on camera. So yeah, no video yesterday. So instead of not lifting on the days that I do jiu-jitsu, I'm thinking about taking it relatively easy the day before class so that during class I'm not doing the movements with tired muscles, because it feels like when I'm tired, my structural integrity is compromised a little, which puts me at a higher odds for injury. But if I go to class like feeling recovered, I think it puts me at a lesser odds for injury. So instead of taking a day off on the days that I do jiu-jitsu, I think I'm going to take it relatively easy on the day before class, so that on the day of class my muscles feel relatively recovered. Then at night I can keep lifting, go to the sauna and stuff if I'm at the gym, and then just have one big day on, like, so I'm going Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll have to see how tomorrow turns out, but yeah, at least the way I'm thinking about it right now is that it's probably better that I feel relatively fresh on the day that I do go to class, rather than go do an intense workout on the day before and then take a day off of lifting on the day that I have class. I don't know, still a work in progress as far as how I'm going to go about distributing all of this volume and still keep my body safe and recover. Like, whenever you challenge yourself, your body is never going to be 100% safe, but there is definitely like a smarter way or a more manageable way of doing things so that you can keep going with all these different interests that I have, and not get injured, and still make progress in all of these different things. Yeah. In any case, let's do one more set. Man. So yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more sets of this, and then probably a mobility exercise or 2 before I head to the sauna. All right, moving into some upper body mobility. I think day before yesterday when I worked out with the steel mace, I did do hamstring mobility exercise. So not going to do good mornings, which is what I usually do. Plus I'm going to hit the sauna after this. So in the sauna I'll probably do a couple of hamstring movements and some ATG split squats and stuff. So I will get my lower body mobility in the sauna. But while I'm still outside and doing mobility work, I'm focusing on cross bench pullovers, since it helps open up the chest area. And after the 300 pull-ups day before yesterday, my lats are still pretty sore and tight, and I think doing these cross bench pullovers will help open things up and relax some of that tightness. So looks like this. Doing alternate. Going for 8 to 10 each side. This was my second set of this. I'm gonna do at least 4, maybe 5 sets of this. I don't know if I'm gonna do any other mobility exercise. Yeah, because I'm gonna do the lower body stuff in the sauna. My abs are pretty sore from jiu-jitsu class, and yeah, I don't know, am I gonna do an outro? If there's no outro, this is the end of the video, and see you all tomorrow. If not, there's an outro. It's been a while since I've done one of these outros. So yeah, here it is. It's always interesting to see how I look in a certain lighting after an extended period of time. I think I'm gonna move it a little. Okay, I think that's better. So yeah, a couple of quick poses. Oh, cramp. Oh. Let's do some sidearms or some back. Not too shabby, I would say. Yeah. I think this is pretty good. Spent 15 minutes in the sauna. They definitely repaired it, and it's hotter than ever. It went up to 90 Celsius. I'm not sure how much that is in Fahrenheit, but it's high enough, especially after a grueling days of working out. I walked to the jiu-jitsu gym, walked to the I guess transit station to take the bus. So that was about 3.5 miles of walking. Then 1 hour of jiu-jitsu and 1 hour and 45 minutes in the gym and 15 minutes of sauna. So yeah, pretty active day, lots of calories burnt, and yeah, a good day's work. That's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.